Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So this is gonna be a chilled one. It's gonna be a chilled reading about relationship. This week I'm focusing on relationships because, as a lot of you guys know, I'm usually focused on guidance, self-development, life path, all of those things, businesses. But a lot of you have been requesting me to do relationship reading. I don't know, I have another one prepared. I don't know which one is gonna come out next, but this is going to be the focus of a week. I do not have a topic for this one just yet because how I do things, I kind of like to do every single pile differently and still keep a topic in mind, but every single one of your stories, guys, are quite different. So what I'm focusing on today is relationship analysis with a person who's on your mind. Okay, whatever comes out, we don't know, we'll see. So another thing I wanted to say, thank you guys for coming for guidance. A lot of you are booking readings the past months, I must say, and thank you for your feedback. I truly appreciate that. I know not every single one of you has time for that, but whoever does, it's amazing. And if you'd like to book a personal, I have to say that right now, currently, when you're watching this video, it's 1st of July. So if you're watching it, in the future it's not gonna apply, but I'm booked 20 plus days in advance. So if you need an emergency one, I do not offer that. But I didn't have people coming saying to me that, you know what, I need an emergency one, so I booked the first people coming. Okay, so just to keep in mind, or if you want, that you're gonna want a reading, I would advise booking now so that I can put you in line already. Now, what else? Thank you for supporting my work, and thank you for being so understanding of how much time and effort it takes to keep a channel up. It does require a lot of energy, but I try to do my best because I'm trying to balance my personal life as long as private and the YouTube. And as you know, a lot of you guys who have been following me for some time, I tend to be a bit of a workaholic. So now I'm just going with the flow, taking it easy, and I'm not booking a lot of people in a day, which I didn't do before, but I did put more effort in YouTube though, where I found myself a bit drained. So how I'm doing things with personal specifically, I do not book more than 2 people a day because my readings are usually around an hour. It depends which one you book, but even if you book half an hour's one, I tend to go over 40 minutes, most of the time, because I like to analyze things, not only answer questions. So that's that. Yeah, guys, bear with me. So we're gonna start with your cards. Now, as usual, I'm using my intuitive deck. Whoever is new to my channel, I read from abstract 2. This is my handmade deck. Choose from the imagery that is very abstract. So you might find shapes speaking to you. You might find that you connect to one card more. And I'd say maybe stop the video with each card and try to see if you see any shapes or forms that are familiar to you, because that might mean that there is a message for you in that specific pile, okay? So pile number 1, we have this intuitive card here. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Pile number 4. You can also think of the numbers. I'm not going to show you cards, guys, from above because of the shadow that's going to be cast over the rest of the cards. So think of a number, or I'm just going to zoom in to the cards and you can kind of compare them and see which one speaks to you the most. I'll see you in timestamps. Hello, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're gonna do a bit of channeling before we draw any cards, and give me a moment here. I see a vision of 2 people, meaning you and this other person you're asking about. Now, the masculine stands out for me with this beaming light. That's what I'm seeing. So the masculine is here, And the feminine seems to be a little bit hidden behind the masculine, almost lurking, but it's not that she is less powerful. The way she approaches this connection seems like she's trying not to interfere, trying not to be in masculine's business somehow. So there might be a situation that you might want to talk about, but you're not talking about it, or you know that you're not supposed to go there. It's something along those lines. But I saw almost a vision of like what wolves do, right? So imagine this is the face of a male wolf, and there's an enemy. There's an enemy over here, right? What female wolf does, she goes under the throat of the males, and she looks quite intimidated and she looks quite scared. That's the way she makes it seem like. But what truly happens, she is protecting wolf's throat in case of a fight, right? So it's very interesting how this whole dynamic works for me here, because the masculine seems to be the most visible one. But the feminine, even if she's not the most visible one, or she's not drawing her attention, you know, me here, or place all the focus on me, she serves a very important mission. So I don't know what this vision is representing in your case, guys, because that was quite interesting for me to see, but I hope it made sense to someone out there. We're gonna take a look at your cards here. I have no idea which deck I want to use just yet, guys, so bear with me. Let's take the steampunk. Okay, that one popped out. We have the magician. Current situation. I feel like that one wants to come out. How this person feels about you. We're gonna adjust the camera. I hope you can see that. Another, clarify the Four of Cups. I feel like I want one more, that's already interesting. How do you feel about them? Now, what you're gonna have to do is to differentiate which one is you, which one is them. So how I'm gonna call it, this is gonna be person A, that's gonna be person B. It's gonna be easier for you guys. Bear with me. Blockage in this connection. Future of this connection. I'm gonna pull one card for the future and one card for the blockage. Blockage. Interesting. Future. Wow, we're gonna have to use a handmade deck of mine that's got 3 cards only. And I'm gonna, in case I forget, I'm gonna put it on top of the Chemistry and High Priestess cards. What do people listening to this pile need to know? It takes time, it says. Okay. Now let's see what we have here. You won't see all the cards in one shot, I don't think, but as much as we can. Let me have a sip of peppermint tea and let's go. Current situation of this relationship. It seems like it's gonna be a couple of scenarios here. It seems like or person A or person B is focused on the third energy that is in this connection, and that can be work, that can be self-development, something that is as important as this connection, if that makes sense. You know, maybe not as important, but something that is close to this connection that somehow impacts the connection as a whole. And this is some kind of responsibility I'm seeing here. Whatever that responsibility would be, it seems to be here in this connection, because we have 3 of Pentacles, right? There are 3 people here, they're building a church. So it can be work, it can be, you know, documents, it can be another person who requires, you know, attention. It doesn't matter who that person would be. And it seems like it's there. It's just there. Now, another thing what I'm seeing here, it seems like there was clarity in this connection, very not too long ago, or there will be very soon. It seems like you two are quite happy where you are now. That's what it seems like on the outside. Maybe one of you feeling that way. You know, you're gonna have to differentiate this, because the cards are really good here. This connection is, you know, is bringing me happiness. This connection seems to be very in depth. I feel very connected to this person, and let's go and dance, you know, literally, let's just experience life together. Now, but when we dig underneath all of this, underneath the surface, that's what we got here from 2 sides. So person A, it seems like how they're feeling about this connection, it seems like they thought that they had everything under control, and they had their life structured, and they knew where this connection stands in their life, but somehow they got disappointed along the lines here, where there was some kind of a proposition that didn't go the way that they thought that it would go. Some kind of an opportunity, an offer, you know, and they got disappointed because they are like, damn, I'm not feeling this connection the way that I want to feel it. There is something went wrong, I'm seeing here. But what truly is happening here, this person A doesn't realize that there is a new approach to this relationship. It seems like they're almost like missing out on new opportunities here, because they're so focused on something that didn't happen the way they wanted to. And it's almost as they are in this space of self-sabotage here, because everything looks very good on the outside. Why would they think that something is wrong internally? It seems like as almost someone is hiding some kind of disappointment. Person A specifically. See, someone offered maybe the blockage here, we have engagement. Maybe someone offered to level this relationship up, or were thinking about it, but they couldn't make up their mind. We have 2 of Swords still next to engagement card. This is saying someone cannot make up their mind. Do I really want this? Is that actually for me? Do I want to level up now, or should I focus on something that is lingering there, that third energy I talked about, right? Now, person B, they see things much more clearly. Person B acknowledges the blockage in this connection. It keeps them probably up at night, or they think about it quite often. They're a bit anxious about this connection, not as much as person A. Person A is more in their feelings. And that's, you know, kind of like them, you know, that kind of thing. Person B is more like, Jesus, you know, give me clarity. We need to talk about this. And it seems like person B wants to talk about where this connection is going to be led. How we're going to do things in the future. What kind of family do we want? What do you want from this relationship? Because person B knows where they stand and they know what they want family-wise from this connection. Even if we have Nine of Swords for person B, I do feel that person B is much more, has much more clarity on what is truly going on. Person A seems to be a little bit confused about themselves as well as the connection. They're a bit lost in themselves, you know. The Emperor is there, but the Emperor is surrounded by two cards that are talking about emotions, and the Emperor is not the most emotional guy ever, you know. The Emperor just like, he knows what he does and he's very much in his masculine, where what I'm seeing here, he's conflicted. I'm saying he because we're talking about Emperor, yeah, doesn't matter. Conflicted between the feelings and the structure in their own life. My feelings are saying one thing, but I do want a structured life and I have to focus on this other thing, or I have to focus, or I have to take into consideration this other factor to this relationship, and I truly am lost in my own feelings. Where person B is like, I know this is happening, but these are my values, these are my expectations. Can we get clarity? Is it gonna work? Now, advice card, what you need to know, pile number one, is the Seven of Pentacles. This is saying, you know, good stuff takes time to grow. You know, it's all about waiting game, but I never ever say to people to wait for a connection that is bringing them down more than lifting them up. There is a difference between learning from a situation and moving on and being stuck in the same situation for years. So just have to throw it out there for some of you. I do think that there needs to be a talk. There needs to be talk. Conversation here. Because both of these people, it's a bit like they haven't talked about this. They're very happy once they meet one another, but it's almost as if they're not talking about their personal life and how their personal life is affecting this connection. That's for person A. And person B is not talking as much about, maybe they tried, about what kind of expectations they have from this person. You know, these are my values. What are yours? So why I left this deck that has 3 cards here, I want you guys to ask a question regarding this connection in your own heads, and you're gonna pick from the 3 cards that will be on a table. Ask a question that is only yes or no. I'm gonna give you time. Ask a question that is only a yes or a no. I'm gonna place them here. There's gonna be no stones, no shells. You're just gonna have to pick which one you want. You can go by numbers, 1, 2, 3. Think of a question and pick a card. Ready? Stop the video if you need some more time. An answer for numbers 1 is a no. An answer for number 2 is a yes. And I don't know what you've asked here, guys. An answer for number 3 is a maybe. I'm sorry to keep you hanging here, number 3s, okay? But it's a maybe. Now, let's take a look at the future of this connection. I'm gonna take all these cards away. And we're gonna get more information because I feel like we need to continue from the High Priestess. So the future of this connection, I do see, it seems like there's gonna be another level of chemistry here in this connection. In general, I do think that there is this magnetic attraction between 2 people. That is very nice to see here. And, ooh, wow, the card flew. Shall we take it? Okay, Nine of Pentacles. It seems like there's just that unspoken chemistry between these two people that's going to be happening in the future of this connection. Why am I seeing that one of these people wants to be single? Nine of Pentacles is here. The High Priestess is here. What the High Priestess is telling you, why I took that deck that had 3 cards, is because the High Priestess was telling me they already know the answer. Intuitively, they know the answer. So I just wanted you to think of a question and to pick and see if you intuitively were correct about this whole situation. Now, I know it might be difficult to differentiate the ego from the intuition. So the simple ways to put it would be, for example, if you choose in 2 paths, you walk in at night and you have 2 roads to get home to, right? And you have to choose which one. Now, what happens usually, your intellect would be saying, you know, this is a shortcut. I want to, like, shall we go there? But your intuition would be giving you not a thought, but a bodily sensation, a bodily feeling. Without any thoughts. You would be, without any fact, without any reason, drawn to one path rather than the other, okay? So it works a bit like that. Let's see. One more card. Yeah, this relationship, it seems like, what's happening here? In this connection, one of the people will decide to be single for some time, but then it seems like there is some kind of a change in this connection. There's going to be a change to the dynamics of a connection. Why I'm saying that? Because I've clarified 2 of Cups with Judgment, and it's going to be a bit of the light shined on what the situation is truly about, because there is a bit of confusion for pile number 1s, what is truly going on here. You're gonna meet each other in the future for sure, and it seems like once you meet, you will know where you want to go from there. But at first, I do see that one of you guys will be focused or on your own business, or on work, or self-development, you know, self. Nine of Pentacles is someone who doesn't need anyone else. They're good by themselves. They earned their respect. They have it all, you know. They're like, I don't need a person, but if I want them, I'll have them. So that's what kind of situation there is here. That's what I'm seeing. But I do see you meeting in the future, and let's see how that connection is gonna change. How will this connection change? What is this Judgment about, please? It seems like the person who wasn't as clear in the connection will propose a new way of being in this connection. So there's an offer coming from a person who wasn't good enough for this connection. Why I'm saying that? So vibrationally, you know, they were not in the right place. They didn't have their, let's say, priorities in place. It's something about a person who is very much changed in the connection, especially when it comes to the emotions. So one of you guys who's not as emotionally open seems like to be changed in the future and to offer this person a new way of communicating and a new love, a new cup, saying, hey, you know what, shall we start over? You know, we are in a better place now. But I do think that for some others of you, I'm just gonna clarify. Let me not talk before. One second. I'm sorry if you can hear the background noises. I can't avoid it because my phone is charging and I can't plug in my mic. Others of you guys, yeah, that's what I thought. Others of you, it seems like you will still want to explore, or you're them, explore your own mind and soul. Why I saw that? Because how I take Ace of Cups throughout all the readings that I've done, sometimes, not all the time, it's almost as if someone wants to wash everything away that is deep within them. Any kind of dirt that's left on in this cup from past experiences, they wanna, this is the good deed for themselves. They wanna kind of clear anything out before they're ready for a new connection, right? And I do think that one of you might want to do that, but for most of you, it's gonna be that this relationship will level up to a different way of being. So how it was before is gonna be completely different in the future. It seems like there's gonna be more proposals to go somewhere, to do something, more offerings from both sides, okay? And just emotionally much more open connection from what it was before. Because when I was carding your reads before, makes sense? Good. It seemed like one person had struggles in their own personal life, but they didn't want to talk about it as much to the other person. The other person had struggles about how this other person is dealing with this connection, you know. It was just a bit like, you know, it was different. But now, in the future, it seems like these two people are meeting after some time, that self-development time. I do think that one of you is quite spiritual and you'll focus on that, and the other one is building their foundations up or business. And you'll meet after some time, and that's when you can actually vibe with each other on a similar level, if that makes sense. I truly hope that this was clear, pile number one. If you want to join my tribe, subscribe. If you want to help my work, help support my work, the link is down below. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll catch you next time. Hello tribe, hello pile number 4. So in case you can hear any background conversations, my phone is charging, so I can't plug in my mic, so that might happen. Ignore it. Now I'm shuffling the steampunk deck, and I'm gonna be channeling before I get into your reading. Those messages might be the most random ones sometimes, but it makes sense for a specific group of people, so I want to continue doing so. So let me tune into you all. You know what I saw? It's very, I don't know how that's gonna tie into you guys, but I saw, do you know like that very colorful beach ball? Like big beach ball that kids play with, sometimes, you know, grown-ups do too, that you usually play with by the seaside. I saw that, so it might be a representation of maybe a younger family member, or it might be a representation of this connection as a whole, as a playful one, you know. Would you want it to be that way? Or was it before? But I do think that there is a connection to a younger family member. Specifically, I heard a brother. So that's not going to be for all of you, but that somehow might play into this relationship, or it might have some kind of an influence to this relationship, you know? A brother, vouchers. Interesting. Can be anyone from your family, guys. This message is for probably like 15 out there for you. Okay, what do we want to ask? Every pile I do differently. I go with the flow. I ask questions that I feel I need an answer for. Let's take a look at the current situation of this relationship, shall we? What is the current dynamics of this relationship? Vouchers. Tower is here. 10 of Pentacles. The 3 of Swords. Woo, what a story, man. May I just say what I heard was quite, you know, upsetting, but I have to tell you what I hear. I heard someone is watching over someone's family crumble, or someone's foundation crumble down. One of you here, guys, is watching the other one going through a very difficult period of time. It happened in the past. It wasn't the nicest feeling, because something very precious was threatened in the family dynamics. Yeah, and one of you we asked about relationship dynamics, right? But we have a bit of a backstory here. Just go with the flow. It seems like one of you is uncertain if you can approach the other person. Someone is going through this difficult period of time, and it seems like almost like the other person is distancing themselves on purpose, even though they would like to maybe they'd like to be a helping hand. I think a lot of cases they were, but it's almost as if someone had to deal with a situation on their own. It was their own personal issue, their own personal problem. Thank you for the backstory. Can we have a relationship dynamics now? Where's the relationship dynamics now? Okay. All right. What's up? Clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please. I do think that both of you think very positively about this connection. But it also seems like one of the people want to be focused on their own freedom. They're focused on the business, or they focused on their career, or on themselves, because Nine of Pentacles is all about that, you know, I'm doing my thing. Bosses, I'm hearing. But regardless, it seems like there is some kind of a secret to this connection. One of the people might not want to tell a complete truth, maybe of how they're feeling or what they are planning to do. So that's very interesting, because again, this person is looking at the other, it seems like from far away, you know, kind of observing, but at the same time they're focused on their own thing too. It does seem like this connection has gone through the difficult times, have seen dark days, have seen light days. It seems like these two people have gone through quite a lot. So I do think I'm talking to a lot of people who were in relationship for X amount of time with this person. And it's interesting how I thought that this reading will be focused on mostly singles, because that's what singles want to ask about, you know, usually when they're not completely invested in relationship just yet. But it seems like we're gonna have to change the title of this, because pile number one seemed a bit like that too, and we had two of these cards there as well. It seems like this relationship is moving towards a better place. But again, there is that need to be free in this connection, for it not to be overly difficult to work with. And it does seem like it can be one person asking for that or wishing for that, not wanting to make relationship work, wanting it to be easy flowing, you know, kind of independent but kind of together at the same time. Or it might be both of you who are seeking for that. Let's take a look at your sides, both of your sides. So person A's feelings towards person B. You're gonna have to decide which one you are. Person A's feelings towards person B. Two of Pentacles. Two of Cups. I felt it reversed though. And the Lovers, yeah, two choices. What is the choice about here? Okay, person's B feelings towards person A. Let's see. This pile is definitely for those who have been in relationship for some time now. If that's not your pile, I would suggest to click off, because I'm going to be talking to people who are in a I don't want to say it's off and on connection. There might be a long distance connection here, but it's a serious one, you know. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. Current blockage. We have worth waiting for. And future of this connection. Give your relationship a chance. Do you want an extra card when it comes to the future from Steampunk? Yeah, I do think you live in different places, aren't you? Now it can be, you know, not necessarily different places. It can also be different backgrounds. The way that you were raised or how you were raised and they were, there is a difference to it. Okay, future of this connection. You are coming back. Okay, together. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups, love this pile. Let's go. Let me have a sip of peppermint tea. All right. Here we go. Pile number 1, story. 2, what I must say, taken from your card that you've chosen, the intuitive card, I do see that both of these people are quite good at being independent. Okay? And this connection feels like there is a bit more to go, a bit more to, like there has to be a decision made for you guys to somehow complete this connection, if that makes sense. Now, as a blockage, we have worth waiting for. So someone definitely might be maybe physically distant or, yeah, physically for most of you guys. I don't see that any of you is emotionally distant here. I don't see that. What I do see is that there has to be a decision made in order for these two people to be close together, if that makes sense. Now, person A's feelings towards person B. Person A thinks that they have to make up their mind about their work situation or about their finances that somehow has an influence to this connection. Or this connection has an influence to the finances or their stability. Now, there has to be a decision made here. And I do think that this is partly this is something that has to be decided on before this connection can become complete. Person A's feelings are very honest, very genuine, but they tend to get lost sometimes in their own head, questioning themselves, you know, how can I make it better? I do know that I have to make a decision or step my game up somewhere along those lines, you know, to make a decision that makes this connection better, that upgrades it somehow. Whilst person B's feelings towards person A, sometimes they tend to be or overprotective over person A, or jealous sometimes. It does seem like they are trying to fight other people off, or they are trying to sort out the issue that stands in this connection. So there might be arguments there. Now, person's B feelings towards person A are very genuine. They do think that this is person A is husband or wife material for sure. They would imagine having a home together. They would imagine having an amazing time together in the bedroom, I must say. I'm sorry, I had to come out. And they would also imagine that this connection wouldn't keep them bound to a routine, or wouldn't keep them bound in this, you know, routine prison. I don't know why. It does seem like person B thinks that this connection can be great, living with this person A can be great, but also they can somehow maintain their own individuality or their own spirituality and be on their own and spend time on their own. In general, it feels like for both of these people it's quite important to have that balance. But what it also is important for pile number 2s is how can two people make up their mind of how they're gonna overcome the obstacle that is keeping them away from each other. This is the only thing that has to be sorted, I feel like, pile number 2, and that's when you're going to be seeing the outcome, if I can say that, of this connection. it's not too long to go, you know, not too far to go. Person A seems like they have to make up their mind what to do regarding their finances or work, career, you know. It somehow has an influence about to this connection. Whilst person B is like, you know, I want to live with you, I want to have a life with you, and we have conflicts over something that is about our foundation or your foundation, you know. So there is a need for compromise, and there is also a need for action for pile number 2. Now, another thing, what I'm seeing, let's take these away. Sorry, guys. Let me check on my phone. Is it charging? Because sometimes my cable is so old now that it doesn't work anymore that well. Are you charging? Please tell me you are. I might have to plug it in and out. Wait. Whoop. I truly hope that it is charging. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for sticking with me. Now, let's look at the future. We're gonna do something we've done in pile number 1 as well, which is quite interesting, I think. Haven't thought of it before. Don't know why. Don't know why, guys. Okay. So, we're gonna pull more cards about the future of this connection. Future of this connection seems like there is going to be more work put in this connection from both sides, for sure. That's what I'm seeing here. Especially that person who seems to find themselves needing to go somewhere else or needing to make a change to where they are. But both of these people seem to be working very well together. I do think so, because the future of this relationship is very mature. A mature relationship, you know. You are becoming much closer together in the future. There are going to be visitations, I'm seeing here, quite a lot of them. And let's see what else, This connection. But someone is still very focused on their career. One of you guys is very career driven. You're like, I need to do this. I need to do that, you know. We have the world. We already know that this is a bit of an international vibe to me. Or different cultures, different places, different backgrounds. You know, maybe different bringing the way you were brought up. You might travel together. But there is an end to the situation. You both coming together. The world, for me, in this case, talks about, okay, wrap up. You know, we've done this. Now it's secure. If that makes sense to you. Future of this connection. Yeah. Even the finances are stable. You know, foundations are not an issue anymore. Everything is equal. The equal effort is being put in this relationship, which is quite important here. You're both probably going to be saving money for something that you want, guys, for your future plans. It does seem like you might travel together. 2 people are like this, you know. Now, what I've wanted to do, I have a deck of cards, right, in front of me. These there are only 3 cards. What I want you to do is to ask a question in your head that you want answered about this connection. But the answer has to be a yes or no. So formulate a question in your head. And you're going to have to choose a card yourself, and you're going to have to choose an answer to that question yourself. I do think this is as personal a reading as we can get in that case, right? Keep choosing piles in the piles. Okay. Think of a question, a yes or no question. And here we go. We're not going to have any shells. We're not going to have anything on top. They all look the same. I want you to purely use your intuition. You can use numbers. That's going to be number 1, number 2, number 3. Take your time. Stop the video if you need some more time. And let's go. Number one's answer is a maybe. I'm sorry to keep you on hold, guys, but it's a maybe. I'd say keep flowing, you know? Number two's is a yes. Number three's is a no. I hope you got your answer there. And I think that's all that we have for pile number 2. I truly hope that this made sense and that this reading, this was very specific. It wasn't for a big group of people, I must say. So I hope that this message found those that needed to hear that. And I'm gonna catch you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome back and welcome whoever is new here. Let's see what's up. So I like channeling before passing messages. Sometimes the visions that I have are for a very particular group of people. So we're gonna see what they have for you. Wow, that came through quite quickly. What I saw was a heart that had a very tiny crack in it. So I do think that maybe something possibly happened where you or this other person you're asking about trying to heal the crack in the heart, something that has disappointed you or them, but it seems like it's in the midst of healing here. So it can be representing this relationship as well, or it can be representing the personal struggles that one of you have been going through. Let's see what else. I also saw as if there were a lot of mechanical parts and someone is trying to construct something. And what that tells me, it might represent that one of you guys are more into this logical way of thinking, trying to find and put pieces together to make something better or to complete a task of some sorts. So let's take a look at the current dynamics of this relationship. What is the current dynamics of this relationship, please? Not feeling it just yet, bear with me. Nope. Righty, ready? We have the Fool, we have the High Priestess, Majors are coming out, King of Swords, and we have the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have a Devil. Okay. Bear with me here, let me tune into you. There is 2 people in this connection, and one of these people is focused on the connection itself, and the other one as if they are right now focused more on what risk they are about to take. That's when they're on their mind. So it can be connected to this relationship, taking a risk, stepping out of the comfort zone, you know, doing something unusual that their intuition was telling them to do. The other person is very logical, and it seems like they are focused on this connection. They are thinking about this connection. I'm not saying that other person is not. I'm just seeing what stands out for me the most here. But it seems like one of these people, overall, this connection seemed to be, I'm seeing hot and cold, you know, sometimes. So, and as if both people are trying to feed the fire, feed the passion, but maybe sometimes that's not something that should be a priority. The priority should be communication here. That's what I'm seeing, or deeper way of being with one another, because Devil represents for me that there was passion, but the focus shouldn't be on that, on the sexual pull, on the attraction. The focus should be on something else. We're going to take a look at what are their feelings for you and what are your feelings for them now. How I'm going to do this, I don't want to put you guys in a box and say this is your pile, you know, and this is their pile. I'm going to talk about person A and person B. You're going to know which one you are. What are person's A feelings towards person B? We have the Knight of Cups. Let me adjust the camera for you. We have the Queen of Wands. Here's that passion coming through, isn't it? And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And how about the person B? Person B's feelings towards person A. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Three of Wands. Very different energies here. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. What is the blockage in this connection? Guess why? That's why you're here, right? What is the blockage of this connection? We have engagement, and I want one more for you guys, pile number 3s. I don't know why. What is the blockage of this connection? Okay. Worth waiting for. Cool. Now, what is the future of this connection? What is the future of this connection? Let me take these away. We have reconciliation. And I'm going to be pulling actually from tarot as well. Bear with me. Okay, that's there. What is the future of this connection? What is the future of this connection? Ace of Pents. Nine of Pentacles. Well, this is chasing us in the readings today. I don't know why. Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of a deck, Ace of Wands. Okay. Now, we're gonna use these cards as well later on. Let's see what's happening here. Pile number 3s. Person A. Person A is about to, or already did, offer a deepening or their emotions to the other person. They showed very clearly that I care for you, I want to have you, I'm very sexually also attracted to you. It seems like you're my lucky charm, right? Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Person B's feelings a little bit colder. Person B is more observant. Person B is more distant, because person B cannot make up their mind, or they have some kind of a decision to make in their life. And that is why they're standing away from person A a bit. I do think emotionally, because passion, I think it might be coming from both sides. Mostly from person A, but there is passion from person B too, I'm seeing here. But it's as almost if person B is not allowing themselves to invest themselves in this relationship fully because of something, or this relationship, they see that it's not moving fully because of something. It's as if they have to step away, or they have to observe person A from a distance. Now, it does scream for me one thing. You know, sometimes when one is wishing for something to happen for X amount of time, and they're very focused on their goal, would it be a financial goal, having like, let's say 10 grand at the end of the year, and I'm gonna get it. Would it be getting the other person's attention, you know, or getting them to commit? It does seem like one of these people are pushing the other one away, because one of these people are feeling the intensity subconsciously, and they kind of stepping back, you know, just to observe from further away. I have to say it for someone out there. Now, the blockage, we have engagement and worth waiting for. So this is saying that the blockage in this connection is because one of these people are not making up their mind if they want to commit fully. Engagement is about leveling up in the commitment. And one of these people seems like they cannot do it because of something right now as we speak. And another thing, what I'm seeing here, it does seem that the time is just not yet, or the time is not good for this commitment to come together. Let's dig a bit deeper here. For pile 3, I feel like we need to talk a bit more about the situation. Why is person B so distant? Why are they looking from a distance? Why is person B distant? Why is person B distant? How interesting. Two majors, Sun and the Magician. Bottom of a deck, Two of Pentacles. It does seem like, wow, as if person B is afraid to fully commit, to put everything that they have. They're afraid to be happy. Does it make sense? It's a bit like self-sabotage here, but also a bit like, I know it's not the right time for me just yet. I know the time is not yet. You know, they're afraid of showing their true colors. Person B is afraid of showing their true colors, and it does seem like they have their own demons to deal with. And they have to take time in order to do so. And this is a very personal journey for them. I have to say that for some of you, person B is distant because they are trying to keep their options open. That's for a couple of you out there. And you will know who I'm talking about here. You will know. They're trying to keep their options open because Magician is, very good at many things. So that's what it talks about here. Magician is very good at keeping their options open and communication with other people as well. And that's something that they want to do because right now it's bringing them happiness. For some others of you here, guys, it seems like this person is not ready, and they know they're not ready. And it's like they keeping you at the distance somehow, would it be emotional, would it be physical distance, doesn't matter. Yeah, I do think person B has commitment issues, guys, I must tell you. Knight of Swords next to Four of Wands here is talking about being afraid to get into routine or being afraid to have this settled life, if that makes sense. Where person A has no issues as of yet, right? Person A, a bit more about person A. No, they do have issues in their own mind. I do think that person A has hinted about it, or person A has talked about it a bit. Person A is super passionate about life and they go, let's get stuff done. And person B is more of a, can I call it, scattered way of being, They are unsure of what they want just yet. They're unsure how their life is going. They're unsure. They don't want routine just yet. They don't want commitment just yet. Something has to be done in their own life before they can commit fully. Now, person A acknowledges the fact that person B is like that, but they are very much in their power, it seems like, in their personal life. They know what they are aiming for, they are driven, they are motivated people, and person A thinks that person B is the best match. But I must tell you guys, because we have Queen and King of Wands here, I must tell you guys that vibrationally, person A is much more high up than person B. And that is why maybe things are not working out the way that you both would want to. Because vibration-wise, two people have to be on a similar level, If one is there being, chaotic and unsure about certain things, about themselves, about everything, have to get their shit together, as I like to say, they haven't reached person A's level just yet. And you just go like that. And it seems like that's something that is happening here. Now, let's take a look at the future, shall we? It speaks to me about two scenarios. We're going to pull more cards. Yep. That's what I thought, exactly what I thought. I'm sorry not all of you are gonna like this, but in the future, you do have a past life connection coming in your life. And I don't think this is this person's energy, because we have King of Cups and we have the Six of Wands here. You're gonna have a reconciliation with someone. Now, it can be from this lifetime, it can be from the past lifetime, right? It doesn't have to be from this lifetime. You're gonna have a person coming in your life offering you a stable new beginning in the future. Some of you will take it, some of you will decide to be single. But whoever this person is, they're doing really, really well in their life. They are super respected. They are a winner in their own personal life. They are very, very, I can't even stress this enough, they're emotionally mature. They have a lot of people looking at them. They have a lot of people respecting them. There's a lot of people around them. But they have their eyes on you in the future. And it's up to you if you want to take this offer, or if you don't. The future is in your hands, but I just have to tell you that there's going to be a very emotionally mature person approaching you in the future. And I do think that some of you will take it, because this is going to be something stable, grounded, and quite successful, I must say. Wow. Unexpected twist. Hey. Wow. Okay. Anything else about this person? Because this is very interesting. Anything else about this person? Damn, the Empress is here. And I'm telling you, this is a good catch. Wow. The Six of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Empress. This is someone who is literally, they have it all. You're gonna feel very sexually attracted to this person, but not straight away. I must tell you. You're gonna be thinking about this offer at first. You'll be like, do I want them? Do I not? The more you get to know them, the more you realize how successful and how wonderful they are. And you're like, damn, like that nearly slipped through my fingers, you know? And they will probably gonna be older than you, or a lot more mature than whom you had before. This person can act like a mentor for you. This person can act like an advisor of some sort, a guide or a teacher in your life. This person tends to have a lot of, I must say, this person might, there will be a gentleman type, a gentlewoman type, okay? But you won't expect what you uncover in bedroom here, I must tell you. You'll be quite surprised of the powers that this individual holds in the sheets. Wow, just pile number 3, what the hell is going on here? Okay, will you take this offer? Will you take this offer, pile number 3s? I must say that some of you might be stuck in a repetitive pattern of unhealthy behavior when it comes to relationships. So you might let this person slip through your fingers, but I have to tell you guys that some others of you will. But this reading is for you to acknowledge what was the behavior of yours, what kind of partners you were choosing before, and why it didn't work out. Because this might be someone a bit different to whom you had before, and it might be a little bit like you might have to keep an open mind, I'm seeing here, because some of you might decide to leave this person out in the cold, and you're like, nah, I don't want it, you know. But what the cards are saying, be smart about this, you know, keep an open mind. I'm not saying you have to be with this person. I'm saying be as open-minded as you can once this person crosses your path. Because this is a catch. but it's not gonna seem like it from the beginning. So you're gonna have to allow to get to know this person, okay? Allow them to get to know you, spend a bit more time, because this is gonna be a slow and steady one. And the more you get to know this person, the more you uncover how great they are. How will be the relationship with this other person that we talked about earlier on? Yeah, longing, you see? Yeah, we have Two of Wands, the Hermit, and King of Wands. It does seem like only one person is still gonna be thinking about the other person. You know, the other one will be focused on themselves. The dynamics, it's still very much the same, a bit better, but I'm not seeing any connection here, as you don't too, as you can see. One of the people is longing for the other one, you know, soul searching, focusing on themselves, but still longing. The other person is going and living their life, you know. So, now what we're gonna do, ask a question in your mind about a relationship or about this person. Anything that you want to know about relationship, but it has to be a yes or no answer, okay? That's when we're gonna be using my deck that has only 3 cards in. I'm gonna give you time. A yes or no question, and they're all gonna look the same. I'm not gonna put any stones or shells on top. You're gonna have to use your own intuition purely. Otherwise you can use numbers. So that's number 1, number 2, number 3. Stop the video if you haven't decided just yet. Ask your guides, you know, close your eyes. If you see a number popping out, the first instance, choose that, okay? So for number 1s, we've got maybe. Sorry to keep you hanging, pile number 1, but it's a maybe for you, and it has to be that way. You know, as I always like to say, there has to be a bit of magic to your life. So maybe that's a situation here where tarot wants to keep some magic in your life. You're not knowing exactly. Now, 2, we have a no, and number 3, we have a yes. So I hope this answered the question, and I hope that you found this useful. I hope this reading found those who needed to hear that. If you'd like to support my work, thank you for doing so, and link is down below. Otherwise, if you want to join my tribe, subscribe. Tribe, love you as always. Ciao. Hello, pal number 4. How are you doing? So, I'm just shuffling this timpan. What we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be taking a look at the dynamics of this reading. I don't know what title of this reading is gonna be just yet, but we're gonna be looking at you, we're gonna be looking at them, we're gonna be looking at overall the future. I'm also gonna be channeling, and we're gonna be picking from 3 more cards later on. So bear with me. I'm gonna channel. Sometimes messages are for a certain group of people, not too many of you. Sometimes they're very abstract, you might have to interpret them your own way, but give me a moment. Wow, okay. Straight away I saw a shooting star, and next to a shooting star I saw a sharp object. It kind of reminded me of a sword, a dagger, or a knife, and I don't know, there might be maybe a specific meaning for you there, but with a shooting star it seems like one of you guys are going after your dreams big time. You do think that this dream is quite far away, but I must tell you that is as far away as you think it is. For others of you, when I saw that dagger slash sword slash knife, I just saw a tip of a sharp object. It does seem like something is, I do see a shine on it, you see. The star is shining and that tip of a knife is shiny. So it's quite interesting how these two are somehow working together, even though they are two very different things, but they both shine the light. So I think both of you might be aiming for, obviously everyone's aiming for respect, but a maybe very reputable career, or you're aiming for bettering yourself, being better, self-development, but one of you are doing it in a way that is more spiritual, or more, let's say, on a more divine, I must say, and the other one is very clear about what they need to do in order to progress in life. Well, that was an interesting one. Didn't expect that, but hope that made sense for someone out there. Now, dynamics of this connection. We have King of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Death, we have Ace of Cups. How interesting. Is there a bit of a story? Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups, vouchers. Okay. Look, this pile is not going to be for every single one of you, and probably not for all of you, I must say. So if that's not your pile, maybe click off, maybe take what resonates with you, honestly. But I do see that these two people have been in connection for quite a long time, and something happened in their connection that changed the way this connection is now. I do think that this connection is good. I do think that these two people are on a similar ground. These two people have gone through challenges together, especially when it comes to one of these people's personal life. Someone had to be left behind with a death card here. Okay, so it might be something very personal. It might be something, it might represent a transition of this connection, because we're starting anew. If that hasn't happened just yet, you might find that this will happen within the next 1 or 2 weeks, because this is very quick for me. Because we're talking about the present, right? So it's nearly present, guys. And for all of us, you know, we are on different time frames, so it might differ. But it does seem like you both guys are seeing each other as someone who could fulfill each other's lives. And I do think that that transformation has done quite a lot of good for both of you. It's as if it strengthened the bond. So any kind of a downfall I'm hearing that you both had to support each other on, it has made this connection stronger. Vouchers. Okay, let's see a bit more. How I'm gonna do things, pile fours. I'm gonna be looking at both of your feelings. Let me adjust the camera. That's gonna be person A, that's gonna be person B. You will know which person you are in this situation. Person A's feelings towards person B. Sun. Majors are coming out. Temperance. 8 of Swords. Let's clarify the 8 of Swords. Nine of Cups. Wow, okay. Person B's feelings towards person A. Person B's feelings towards person A. Person B is quite much more stubborn than person A, I'm feeling. We have 6 of Cups. We have 5 of Wands. We have 8 of Wands. And I do think that I want to take those 2, not 3. 3? These 2, yeah. Ace of Swords, Strength. Yeah, person B is quite strong. They're like, damn, you know? Whew. Okay, now let's take a look at the blockage of this connection. We're going to use the Oracle deck. What's the blockage of this connection? What's the blockage of this connection? Unrequited love. And I feel like I won the bottom one. Let's see what it is. Heart-to-heart conversations. Okay. What is the future of this connection? What is the future of this connection? Let's let gravity do the work, shall we? Chemistry. And I'm going to be pulling also from the steampunk deck. Okay, future. Okay, got it. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the star. See, that star is coming up here now. We have the Five of Pentacles. We're going to clarify that. We're going to go more in depth into it. I'm going to talk about it later. We're also going to be pulling from this deck that I have that has only 3 cards. Very intriguing, isn't it? Okay, let's go. Ready? So, person A. Person A's feelings towards person B. Person A is over the moon about person B. I mean, they are super happy. Person B brings them so much joy. It's as if person B makes person A's life much more balanced than it has ever been before. But person A has an issue with their own head, with their own mind, because they think that they cannot move past something in this connection that is blocking it. It's almost as if they're afraid of their own happiness. They're afraid that they're literally afraid of their own happiness. I mean, come on. 8 of Swords is clarified by 9 of Cups. But this is all in their head. It's like they're keeping their happiness under the rug. They're like, I'm afraid to be happy. Some people are. They self-sabotage their own successes, their own relationships, their own happiness, you know. But this person is acknowledging that, though. I'm intuitively feeling that this person is slowly acknowledging that they are afraid to do something, to step forward, to come out of their heads, to start acting on something in order to level up in this connection. Person B is very sharp. Person B is no bullshit type. Person B is like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, why is this not working out? Let's talk. We're gonna argue. We're gonna come to terms with whatever has to be done. Person B wants action. Person B is no bullshit type. And I'm not saying that person A is, but it seems like person B is much more in your face. Person B truly loves this connection and appreciates and adores person A, but person B is running out of patience. Person B is running out of patience. Person B needs clarity. Person B needs to come up with a plan, what needs to be done in order for this relationship to move forward. Now, what's the blockage of this connection? We have 2 scenarios. For some of you, you might think, or they might think, that there is not enough attraction or chemistry, blah, 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 right? But how I'm picking this up, unrequited love, I'm more picking that up it seems like someone isn't able to, maybe someone has sexual issues there, or they are not able to open up sexually or emotionally to the other person, and it makes the other person think that they are not good enough or there is something wrong. Because I'm not getting that there is not enough, you know, love in this connection. There might be a lack of chemistry here. That's what I'm seeing here for sure. In the love department specifically, maybe someone is not doing something right. Maybe one person wants to talk about it, you know, not enough of something. Love is there. Now, another blockage for some others of you, we do have people who are not communicating clearly, and that this disrupts this whole relationship dynamics. Someone isn't able to talk freely, someone is afraid, someone is not comfortable about talking, but I must tell you, they're not gonna go a long way in this connection if they won't open up, or if they won't start learning how to be in a serious commitment. Okay? Whew, that was intense. Let's see. Future. let me not forget those, because I sometimes put a deck that I think I'm gonna use, but I forget about it. I keep talking, and then here we go. Now we have chemistry, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have Star, Five of Pentacles. We need more cards because I feel like there's more to it than just that. So for those who had any sexual issues, I do think that this is gonna be gone and dealt with in the future. Wait, I have a card on the floor. Okay. And when I said that, you know, Eight of Pentacles fell out, saying that work will be done in that department for sure. Now, let's take a look at the rest of it. In general, in the future, you are very much pulled towards one another. I do think you're going to explore avenues you haven't explored before. However you want to take it. Let's continue with the tarot. Okay. Clarify the Five of Pentacles then. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. What is going on here? What is going on? Wow. I want one more. Give me a sec. Can you see? I hope you can see as much as possible. Okay, wait. Future of this connection. Things will not be sorted very swiftly, I must tell you. But there is... See, this connection is very lifelike, I must say. You're gonna have your own challenges, and those challenges will somehow impact this connection. This connection will be slow and steady in the future. I'm seeing that. It seems like one of you guys will be focused on some kind of a goal. We have a star there, you know, something we talked about. It does seem like there might be some kind of financial or issues when it comes to respect, or how one person feels like when they don't have enough to provide in this connection in the future. But it seems like if they will decide to shift something around it so that they can make it happen, one of these people will have to put work in order to avoid that situation. But do you think that there's no need to avoid it? It's gonna be a good lesson for both of these people. It does seem like someone in this connection will be very much focused on being better, doing better, proving the other one that they can be this perfect man or perfect woman, and it's like they want to gain respect from the other one, and they will do so. They will do so. And it seems like when this is done, when someone is able to carry not only their issues but the other ones as well, when there is equal, you know, exchange of problems, I mean, splitting the problem into two, it becomes much easier. When two people are able to do that, to care for one another equally, to take one's hand and say, you know what, I know it's difficult, let me take over. That's when this connection will be actually blooming. And I do think that you will create a really good family foundations together. No, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very much like, you know, ups and downs, but it's very possible. We have the Ten of Pentacles and Six of Wands. This is a winner card. This is a happy family, very well off. In this case, I'm seeing here with these two cards together. But before that, it seems like the stability and maybe the emotional health, may I call it, will be challenged a bit. But overall, only if two people are exchanging the good and the bad together, you know, togetherness. This is very, very important for pile number 4s. That's when they're gonna come out on top, and the family will be a very good, very happy family. I do think that other people will look at you and say, hey, damn, you had to go through a lot of challenges. And it's as if nothing else can knock you down, guys. Nothing else would test your relationship because you've gone through quite a lot together. Now, what I'm gonna do with these cards, I want you to think of a question about a relationship that has only a yes or no answer. I'm going to be shuffling these cards and they all look the same. I'm not going to give you any shells to choose from. I want you to choose intuitively or from numbers, number 1, 2, or 3. Think of a question I'm gonna lay the cards out in a minute. Close your eyes if you need to. Go with the first option you thought of, a first number, the first card that were drawing your attention. This is 1, 2, 3. Stop the video if you need some more time, and let's see what we got here. An answer to number 1's question is a no. An answer to number 2's question is a maybe. I'm sorry to keep you hanging. Sometimes tarot likes to keep some magic in your life. Not telling you exactly what's going to happen. And pile number 3 is a yes. So I hope that this answered the question in your head and confirmed what you felt intuitively. I hope that this made sense and this message found those who needed to hear that. That was quite specific though. I felt like, and if you'd like to support my work, the link is down below. I appreciate whoever is willing to do so. And tribe, love you as always. If you want to join my tribe, subscribe. Can't speak anymore. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.